Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I am coming to you live from the campus of Needham High School in Needham, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity boys volleyball contest as part of the 2024 MIAA Division I State Tournament quarterfinals. Today's contest pits the hosting number 1 seeded, 3-time defending state champion Needham High Rockets against the visiting 8th seeded Brookline High Warriors. Well, folks, we knew that it was going to come down to facing this team eventually in this tournament. And here we are in the lair of the beast. The metaphorical Bilbo Baggins staring down the dragon's smaug, as it were. Needham has been an absolute powerhouse dynasty team these past 3 years, 3-time defending state champions. Very few losses. They did lose 2 matches this season, the highest number of losses they've had in a season in the 2020s. But still, overcoming Needham is so much easier said than done. A team that has not lost a single playoff match since the turn of the decade. Brookline has gotten better and better at facing down the Needham Empire over the past few years. And in fact, just a few weeks ago in Brookline's senior night game, took Needham to 5 sets. However, facing Needham in their own house has always been a complete other beast. Brookline, over the past 4 years that I've been covering this team, over the course of 10 matches played against their Bay State Conference rival, they have won just 3 sets over the course of those 10 matches. And they have not won a single set against Needham in Needham. Home court advantage is alive and well here on the volleyball court. But that said, the job for Brookline today is to not play scared in the face of a dynasty. Got about 5.5 minutes before we get this one underway. I'm going to run our intro video, and then we're going to read some rosters from Needham High School in Needham, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and you are watching Brookline High Volleyball. By Christopher, set by Smagula. Christopher the spike. How about Connor Christopher today? Long serve taken by Vivar. Sent over on 2 by Smagula. Over the back of his head. Set by Lee. Costa taps it over. Taken by Alpha set by Smagula. Raybold finishes. Taken by Traub. Set by Smagula. Vivar's the spike blocked wide. 29 kills now for Kristaps Vivars. Dug out by Huang, set by Smagula. Tomer! Who else but Amir Tomer to send Brookline to the round of 8? All right, just under 4 minutes on the pregame clock here at the gym in Needham. Remember, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you've got anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat, or if you're not comfortable or don't have access to YouTube's live chat system, then you can also send me an email following the email you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen. But for now, let's take a look at the rosters coming into today. Let's try and read through them quick. We got 3 minutes. We'll start off with the top-seeded Needham High Rockets. Going in order of jersey number for Needham, first off, we have a junior, number 1, Ben Vu. Next, a senior, number 3, Sam Peljevich. A senior captain, number 4, Luke Lawrence. A senior captain, number 6, Owen Ching. A junior, number 7, Will McDonald. A senior, number 9, Avery Kalish. A senior, number 10, Dylan Carroll. A senior captain, number 11, Brian Clunan. A sophomore, number 13, Ben Marino. A junior, number 14, Andrew Kurdziel. A sophomore, number 15, Landon Liu. A sophomore, number 20, Brett Stone. A senior captain, number 22, Devin Delamargio. A senior, number 23, Sean Reyes. A junior, number 25, Nathaniel Ross. A junior, number 30, Jeremy Smith. A sophomore, number 33, Matthew Clunan. And a sophomore, number 34, Tyler Goldberg. Head coach of the Needham High boys volleyball team is Dave Powell. Now let's take a look at the roster for the 8th-seeded Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a senior, number 0, Rowan Miller. A junior, captain, number 1, Kristaps Vivars. A senior, captain, number 3, Eli Traub. A junior, number 4, Connor Christopher. A junior, number 5, Alon Ingerman. A senior, number 7, Zachary Boyer. A sophomore, number 10, Zach Spencer. A freshman, number 13, Henry White. A junior, number 15, Andrew Bacon. A sophomore, number 17, Christoph Huang. A freshman, number 18, Luca Galucci. A sophomore, captain, number 19, Alex Magula. A sophomore, number 21, Amir Tomer. A senior, number 22, Anuj Majumdar. A sophomore, number 24, Sebi Levy. A senior, number 43, Odin Hiltz. A sophomore, number 86, Noah Martin. A freshman, number 98, Kais Alfakuri. And a sophomore, number 99, Liam Raybold. Head coach of the Brookline High boys volleyball team is Dana Jones. So there are our rosters, and remember, if you're no matter which team you're a fan of, if you notice me messing up the pronunciation of anyone's names, I encourage you to correct me. You can do so once again either in the live chat here on YouTube, or if you're not comfortable with that, you can send me an email as well. PA announcer's taking over, so I'll just let him take it from here for the moment. All right, those were the starting lineups and national anthem, and now we will soon be getting this match underway. As you can see from the bottom center of your screen, this broadcast is once again brought to you in part by Coolidge Corner Clubhouse. Enjoy superior food and a superior sports viewing experience with 26 TVs at Brookline's Superior Sports Pub, located at 307 Harvard Street. You can also check out their menu online at CoolidgeCornerClubhouse.com. You can find that link in the description section down below. We got some notes in the live chat already from Daniela Tomer, a very simple go Brookline, and from Sebi Levy, let's go Jesse for the win. The winner of this match will advance to the Final Four. So no matter what, we are going to get a team returning to the Final Four once again. Brookline went on a Cinderella run as the 11th seed last year to the Final Four. They're trying to deliver the tournament's biggest upset for the second year in a row as the 8th seed, Needham, the three-time defending champs, trying to get one step closer to their 4th title in a row. Starting lineups for Brookline, we've got Kristaps Vivars, Alex Smagula, Liam Raybold, Kais Alfakuri, Zachary Boyer, and Amir Tomer. Alfakuri is going to check out for Eli Traub, the libero. Meanwhile, over on the Needham side, they have number 1, Ben Vu, number 4, Luke Lawrence, number 6, Owen Ching, number 7, Will McDonald. I see number 22, Devin Delamargio, and number 30, Jeremy Smith. Brookline gets the opening serve in this best of 5 sets match for the first set. Amir Tomer will be getting us started on serve. Here we go. Serve is taken by Ching, set by Delamargio. Smith, spike, and he sailed it wide. Brookline gets the first point of the match. The set from Delamargio might have been just a bit high, maybe a little off timing from Smith as he missed that one, trying to drop it on the sideline. Tomer serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence, the spike blocked, dug out, followed up by Lawrence, and tapped back down by Rabel, but dug out again. Recovered, and a long spike from Lawrence, taken by Traub off the ceiling. Bad luck for Brookline as it goes off one of the light fixtures in the ceiling. And Luke Lawrence, with a little help from the ceiling here in Needham, gets the match's first kill. Owen Ching on serve for the Rockets as we are tied at 1 apiece. This serve off the net cord. Boy, nothing you could do about that. Unless Alex Smagula had eyes on the top of his head, he wasn't going to see that one coming. This serve is taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike. It sails long, but he gets the deflection. First kill of the day for Brookline, and it comes from Kristaps Vivars. Vivars has had at least 8 kills in each of Brookline's first 2 playoff contests. This serve is dug out by Vu, followed up Delamarcio. Spike could not be dug out. Luke Lawrence with his second kill. This serve is an ace. Misread along the back line, and that'll be an ace for number 15, Landon Liu. My apologies for the pre-serve earthquakes. Liu's serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike off Fakuri. Kais Al-Fakuri, the freshman, with his first kill. He's averaged 4.5 kills through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. He's got his first here in the round of 8. Smagula the serve, taken by Ching, set Delamarcio. Quick tap blocked by Raybold, or by Al-Fakuri, but recovered. Now Lawrence the spike deflected and taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Vivars blocked just wide on the block, and Vivars gets another kill. Boy, that one, a couple of close calls on Vivars' first 2 spikes. One almost missed long but got the deflection. One was blocked but blocked wide. Now this serve taken by Ching, set Delamarcio. Spike out of the middle is good for a kill from number 14, Andrew Kurdziel. Needham with the 5-4 lead. Luke Lawrence now on serve for the Rockets. This serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, and mistimed. That's one of those freshman mistakes, as Kais Al-Fakuri was off timing with Smagula on that one. 6-4, the Needham lead. Lawrence back on serve. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars, the spike deflected and taken by Delamarcio, set by Ching. Long spike dug out by Traub, set by Smagula. Roll shot, Vivars gets through the blockers for yet another kill. Good control by Vivars there. That looked like it was threatened to block, but he got it off the side of the hands for his 3rd kill of the day. Now Vivars the serve, and he sails it long. And those are things you can't afford to do at this high of a level when going up against this tough of an opponent. Checking in for Needham is number 23, Sean Reyes. Appears to be a serving specialist. This serve taken by Traub, chased down, oh, but it went off the pole. Mishandled there on the first hit, and Reyes gets a service ace. Reyes, the serve, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Al-Fakuri out of the middle, taken by Reyes, set by Delamarcio. Lawrence from the back, deflected, and a misplay there, letting it fly, as it had already been touched by a blocker. Luke Lawrence with his 3rd kill early here in the first set. 9-5, the Needham lead. Reyes serve into the net. And Reyes, the serving specialist, will check out as Kurdziel comes back in. Oh, and number 15 is Nico Viazzoli. The roster they gave us at the entrance was wrong. This serve taken by Lawrence, set by Delamarcio. Spike blocked. Wide. And that'll be a kill for number 11, Brian Clunan. Needham the first to reach double figures. Thank you, Asher Myers-Light, for the correction on Nico Viazzoli. That's who I had the last time I covered Needham, but it was changed on the roster they gave us at the entrance. Rowan Miller, the spike taken by Delamarcio, set by Ching. Clunan the spike, drops in the, no, missed it. I thought it had dropped in the corner, but it missed just long. Oops, let me correct that. 10-7, the Needham lead here in the first set. Miller on serve now for the Warriors. This serve taken by Lawrence, set Delamarcio. Smith sends it through the blockers, but it's dug out by Vivars. Now bumped over by Tomer, taken by Lawrence, set Delamarcio. Clunan taps it over, taken by Miller. Spiked on two by Smagula. No deflection, he missed it wide. That first hit a little too close to the net. I like the idea from Smagula trying to go for the attack on that one, but just missed it wide and did not get the benefit of a deflection. The Brookline crowd bringing the vibrations before every serve as Clunan sends this one long. We cycle back around to Amir Tomer. This serve taken by Ching, close to the net, but Delamarcio keeps it alive, pushed over by Lawrence. Chased down by Tomer, set by Smagula. Raybold, dug out by Ching, followed up by Delamarcio. Spike Lawrence, missed it wide. Boy, and you can already tell it's going to take everything for either team to score in this one. Tomer's serve taken by Ching, set Delamarcio. Spike blocked, blocked by Vivars. They set that one up on the right side. I'm not sure if that one even went over, but I'm going to give the block to Vivars there. This serve taken by Vu, set by Delamarcio. Lawrence the spike, that time drops in. Vivars thought he could watch that one and it would sail wide again. But this time Lawrence had a bit of topspin on that one and it drops inside the lines for his fourth kill. Ching on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars push to the back line, too far. Got the deflection again. Vivars just got it off the fingertips. You can see the trajectory moved a little upward after it crossed over the net, just a smidge. And that is Vivars' fourth kill. Raybold the serve, taken by Vu, set Delamarcio. Spike through the blockers, could not be dug out. And that's the first kill of the day for number 7, Will McDonald. 13-11. Viazzoli back on serve for Needham. This serve off the fingertips of Vivars, chased down by Traub, punched over by Vivars. Taken, set by Delamarcio. Spike Lawrence deflects off the blockers for another kill for Luke Lawrence. The Needham outside hitter and senior captain with 5 kills to start as the Rockets lead 14-11 here in the first set. Remember, 1st to 25, win by 2. Viazzoli the serve taken by Vaivars, set by Smagula. Vaivars, the power spike. He's had to get all his previous kills through some craftiness and some lucky deflections, but his fifth kill comes from a pure power shot. Smagula's serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio, tap down, and another kill out of the middle from Andrew Kurdziel. Now Clunin back in, replacing Vu. Lawrence on serve for the Rockets. This serve long. Now Vaivars back on serve. He missed his first. This one in, and it's sent over on one. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Miller deflected, taken by Ching. Sent over on two by Delamargio, deflected at the line. Taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike from the back by Vaivars, blocked. Recovered by Tomer, followed up by Traub. Spike blocked again, recovered by Alpha Curry. Sent over on two by Smagula. Taken, set by Delamargio, blocked by Alpha Curry! How about that for a quarterfinals rally, folks? Are you entertained yet? Kais Alpha Curry with his first block, as there were several blocks, but that one finally got the point. Vaivars the serve, dug out, set by Delamargio. Clunin the spike, dug out by Traub, set by Smagula. Roll shot, Vaivars blocked, recovered by Vaivars, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike, through the blockers for the kill. Amir Tomer, who just came back from injury in the round of 16, gets his first kill of the round of 8, and a timeout is called as we are tied at 15 apiece here in set number 1. The intensity heating up out here in Needham. Brookline starting to find some of its power, as early on in that set they kind of had to manufacture some points however they could, whether that be off some deflections, off of Needham's service mistakes. But Brookline showing that if you give them too many chances, if you let them stay in it, they're going to find their form, they're going to find their confidence, and they're going to find those openings in the defense. And we've seen a couple of powerful kills from Kristaps Vaivars and Amir Tomer. Out of the timeout, all tied at 15. Vaivars serve off the net court, but taken by Viazzoli, set up by Delamargio. Spike Clunin through the blockers, and Needham is back on top. Second kill of the day for Brian Clunin, as Sean Reyes checks back in to go on serve. He got an ace and a few consecutive service points the last time he went on serve. This serve taken by Traub, chased down by Smagula, long spike Vaivars. No deflection that time as it sails long. But you could tell Vaivars was trying to aim for the deflection there because he knows what a threat the Needham blockers are and what a threat they've been throughout this first set. Reyes the serve, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Miller the spike blocked, dug out somehow, and Tomer trying to bump it over. And they rule that it went over, and Tomer gets to send a roll shot over, taken by Reyes, set by Delamargio. Spike Clunin, taken by Traub off the ceiling, chased down by Tomer, pushed over by Smagula, taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio. Lawrence from the back, sends it to the corner, and he hits it. Precision and power mixed in on that spike from Luke Lawrence as he gets his 6th kill. 18-15, Needham now leads. Reyes the serve, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike, deflected, taken by Reyes. Set now by Viazzoli. Tap over by Clunin, could not be dug out, went off the side of the hand of Smagula. As Clunin gets his third kill. Smagula might have been thinking a bit too much about the pass and not enough about getting that one off the ground, as that went off the side of his hand, trying to dig that one out. Reyes the serve, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Miller the spike, through the blockers, but recovered by Smith. Followed up by Reyes, pushed over by Lawrence, taken by Vivar, set by Smagula. Tomer flies. No deflection, he just missed that one. And Needham reaches the 20-point threshold first, and a timeout is called by Brookline. Needham starting to find some separation at the exact moment in the set when you want to find separation in the later stages. Those of you who have watched my coverage of other volleyball matches, you know how things can change psychologically once a team reaches that 20-point threshold. That change of the first digit from a 1 to a 2, it's such a big visual indicator of how close your opponent is to winning the set. And as a result, some teams start to force things. They start to make mistakes, while the other team starts feeling looser and they start making big plays. And all of a sudden, that 1 point you could afford to miss early in the set, you can't afford to miss it. Out of the timeout, we'll see how Brookline handles the 5-point deficit. The biggest deficit of the first set so far. Reyes the serve into the net. Brookline gets a gimme out of the timeout. Can they take advantage and go on a run on serve with the freshman Kais Alfakuri on serve for the Warriors? And no, he sends it into the net. So now Delamargio on serve for Needham. His serve comes in shallow, but taken by Traub, sets Smagula. Raybold spike, dug out by Ching, followed up by Delamargio. Spike Clunin. That cross-court shot through a narrow window has been so effective as Brian Clunin picks up his fourth kill. Needham 3 points away from taking the first set. Delamargio's serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike blocked. And a clean block there for Jeremy Smith. And another timeout called by Brookline. And the pressure from those Needham blockers has been prevalent throughout this first set, but that's the first one that actually goes for a point. They've been stymieing Brookline's attack throughout the set with some powerful blocks. But finally, Jeremy Smith, the first to get a block on the stat sheet. In the live chat, we see Marcia Buchanan and Ed from Florida back on. From Florida, we're back on. Go Alec from Mimi and Grandpa. And from Craig Adair Haas III, come on Brookline, let's go boys. 23-16, Needham with the lead here in set number one. Devin Delamargio back on serve for the Rockets. Serve taken off the net court by Tomer, followed up by Raybold, punched into the net by Tomer as Needham takes set point, and that all started with the net court serve by Delamargio through Tomer off his rhythm when receiving the serve, and that forced Raybold to play out of position as a second hitter. Now the serve taken by Vaivars, kept alive by Smagula, bumped over by Traub, taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio, Clunin the spike, and Clunin finishes the job as the defending champs take set number 1, 25-16. Like I said, Needham found control in the late stages of that match. They go on a 10-1 run to finish that first set. Brookline had just tied it up at 15 apiece, and from there, Needham just took over at exactly the time they needed to. Once again, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Coolidge Corner Clubhouse. Enjoy superior food and a superior sports viewing experience with 26 TVs at Brookline's Superior Sports Pub, located at 307 Harvard Street. You can also check out their menu online at CoolidgeCornerClubhouse.com, which you can see in the description section down below. And what you can also see in the description section down below is a link and some instructions for how you can donate money to the Brookline High Boys Volleyball Booster Club. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can check that out in the description section. All right, we gear up for the second set. After what was a pretty thrilling first set, we had some very thrilling points, and Brookline was able to keep pace through the first half of that set, but in the second half of that set, Needham just took control, led by 10 combined kills from Luke Lawrence and Brian Clunin in that first set. We'll see if Brookline's defense can try to adjust in how they're receiving Needham's powerful attacks. As they switch sides for the second set, Needham will have the first serve. It will be number 11, Brian Clunin, who had 4 kills in that first set. His serve taken by Vaivars, set by Smagula, spike Raybold blocked. Or no, it didn't go over. Raybold's spike did not go over the net. And you wonder if the presence of Jeremy Smith in the middle might have thrown off the timing there. Clunin's serve taken by Vaivars, chased down near the wall by Tomer and bumped over by Smagula, taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence the spike, could not be dug out. Luke Lawrence with his 7th kill. But you can see Brookline already adjusting their defense. You saw Eli Traub right in the spot that Lawrence and Clunin were making their bread and butter with those cross-court spikes from the left side in the first set. This serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer, roll shot, dug out by a diving Delamargio, bumped over by McDonald, taken by Traub, spiked by Rabel, taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence the spike, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike, did he get the deflection? No, he did not. The spike misses long, and Needham off to a 3-0 start here in the first set. This serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Spike Tomer, that time he got the deflection. Brookline on the board here in the second set as Amir Tomer collects his second kill. Tomer brings a power serve this time, and he misses just long. Brookline off to a shaky start in this second set as Owen Ching goes on serve for the Rockets. Serve taken by Tomer, followed up by Smagula. Roll shot Raybold, taken by Ching. Set Delamargio, spike Kurtziel blocked. Recovered by Ching, set by Vu. Pushed over by Lawrence, taken by Smagula. Set by Raybold, spike Smagula blocked. And Brookline got it over. Was it in? No, it was just wide. Brookline doing everything they can to stay in the point, somehow got that ball over, but just wide of the sideline. That would have been incredible if they'd kept that point live. Ching's serve taken by Traub, off the ceiling, followed up Smagula. Tap by Vivars, blocked, recovered by Traub, set by Smagula. Roll shot Vivars, taken by Vu, set Delamargio. McDonald spike through the blockers. Needham continues to ride the momentum that was started at the end of that first set. And now Brookline brings in their backup setter, Odin Hiltz, in place of Smagula. Might just be trying to recenter and refocus their sophomore captain here at an intense point, as that serve will go for an ace from Ching off the net cord. Owen Ching with his second ace of the day. Needham now up 7-1 here in set number 2. This serve taken by Tomer, but over on one and back down on one by Luke Lawrence. Needham remains in control as Lawrence gets his 8th kill. And Smagula checks back in place of Hiltz. So again, that was more a substitution to try and get one of your leaders refocused. Ching serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Tap over by Vivars, taken Delamargio, set by Ching. Spike Lawrence blocked. Liam Raybold. Raybold with his first block. But Brookline's got a long way to get back in this set. Raybold's serve is taken, set by Delamargio for McDonald. Spike into the net. That set a little off the mark, and McDonald wasn't able to adjust to it. 8-3, the Needham lead. Raybold serve taken by Vu, set by Delamargio. Quick spike, Kurtziel deflected, taken by Smagula. Pushed over on two by Raybold, taken by Ching. Set up by Delamargio. Spike Lawrence down the line, missed it wide. A rare mistake from the Needham outside hitter, Luke Lawrence, as he tried to go down the line. A brief discussion from between the Brookline coach, Dana Jones, and the officials. They might be talking about, I don't know what they're talking about. It looks like they're bringing out the Needham assistant athletic director. So this tells me there's something logistics-wise, something with the gym perhaps. I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously we can't hear him talk from over here. But whatever that pause was, now we resume the action. This serve taken by Ching. Chased down by Delamargio, pushed over by Lawrence. Oh, but he gets the push kill. Brookline was caught watching as some trickery from Luke Lawrence. He went for the push kill, but he went for a shallow push. A lot of times when you see a push, they're trying to get it to the back end. And so sometimes when you go for a shallow push, it throws off the defense. That serve into the net from Viazzoli. And Brookline gets a chance to try and recapture the momentum they were starting to get off the serves from Raybold. Rowan Miller checks back in. Smagula's serve sails long. Back-to-back service mistakes as Clunan checks back in for the Rockets, replacing Vu, and Lawrence goes on serve. This serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula, tap over by Alpha Curry, but they're going to call an illegal hit. That set from Smagula wasn't quite as high as Alpha Curry was expecting, and he saw it coming like face level at him because of how high he had jumped. Lawrence the serve, taken by Traub, set by Smagula, tap over Alpha Curry, dug out by Viazzoli, sent over on one, taken by Miller, set by Smagula, Vivars the spike, and Vivars gets the kill. Vivars with his 6th kill. I think this is his first of the second set after having a team leading 5 kills in the first. Vivars' serve taken by Ching, set by Delamargio, spike Clunan, missed it long. We got another Let's Go Brookline in the live chat from Harry Flint as Brookline goes back on stays on serve rather, trailing by 4. And there's some kind of discussion again with the officials about something. And so the team's taking a moment to huddle up while things are discussed. The unofficial stat counts that I have going so far, here's what I've got. Kristaps Vivars leading the way for Brookline with 6 kills and 1 block. Amir Tomer with 2 kills, Kais Alfakuri with 1 kill and 1 block, and Liam Raybold with 1 block. For Needham, Luke Lawrence with a team-leading 9 kills, Brian Clunan with 4 kills, Andrew Kurdziel 2 kills, Will McDonald 2 kills, Owen Ching 2 aces, Nico Viazzoli and Sean Reyes with 1 ace each, and Jeremy Smith with 1 block. Another note in the live chat from Uri Tomer. Go Amir Tomer, go Brookline. Thank you so much, everyone who's bringing the good vibes in the live chat today. Remember, no matter who it is you're rooting for, we appreciate fans showing support for their team and for their favorite players in the live chat. We got another member of the Tomer family, Hagar Tomer, saying, "Go Amir." Amir Tomer, of course, was sorely missed by Brookline in the last week of the regular season after he suffered an arm injury in that senior night match against Needham. He was out for almost a week and a half, but came back for Brookline's round of 16 match against number 9 Lowell and was an instant difference maker with a team-leading 10 kills to help Brookline to the 3-0 win over the 9th-seeded Raiders. Coming into today's match, neither team had lost a set in the playoffs, both of them sweeping their way through the first 2 rounds. Of course, that has changed now with Brookline losing the first set. But now they're trying to get back in it here in the second set as we resume the action. Vivars the serve off the net cord, and it bounces wide. 12-7, the Needham lead. Sean Reyes has been a big threat on serve for Needham so far today. They got a lot of their biggest point streaks when he was serving in the first set. This serve taken by Traub, set by Smigula. Tomer taps it over, dug out by Viazzoli, set up by Delamargio, spike Clunin, and Clunin gets another kill. Brian Clunin with 5 kills. And again, Needham looking to build some momentum here behind the serving of Sean Reyes. As for Brookline, Andrew Bacon comes in replacing Kristaps Vivars. Serve Reyes taken by Traub, set by Smigula. Miller couldn't get it over as that set was just off the mark. You know, Reyes doesn't have the most powerful serves, but with volleyball, if you're getting your serves in, you're giving your team a chance to make the best of it. Serve taken by Traub, set, tapped over by Alpha Curry, taken by Reyes, set Delamargio, spike by Lawrence is dug out by Traub, followed up by Smigula, roll shot Bacon, taken by Reyes, set Delamargio, Clunin the spike blocked, dug out by Viazzoli, set by Clunin, spike from the back by Lawrence, taken by Traub, chased down by Smigula, roll shot Bacon, taken by Reyes, set by Delamargio, Lawrence the spike from the back. He missed it wide. We've had a few really thrilling rallies here in this one, as Kais Alpha Kuri will be going on serve for the Warriors here. This serve is taken by Lawrence, chased down by Delamargio, tap over by Clunin, taken by Smigula, set up by Alpha Kuri, punched over by Tomer, and too long. Brookline's had a couple of those hits where they're just trying to make something out of a rough situation, trying to push to the back line to put pressure on Needham, and they push too far and miss long. 15-8. Delamargio, the serve, taken by Bacon, set by Smigula. Raybold spike blocked, but Raybold recovers. Set by Smigula, tap over by Miller, taken by Ching. Too much traffic. Too much traffic as Delamargio couldn't get around McDonald for that second hit. Miller serve off the net cord, taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio, Clunin the spike, taken by Traub, chased down by Tomer, pushed over by Smigula, taken by Lawrence, set by Delamargio, spike McDonald, and McDonald gets another kill. That's 3 kills for the Needham junior right side hitter. as the Rockets are back up by 7. Zachary Boyer checks in for Brookline, replacing Rowan Miller. Clunan serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Raybold to spike. Gets the deflection. Raybold shot from a very weird angle on that one, almost across his body, that spike, but he does get his first kill of the day. Tomer the serve, sails long. (17-10). Serve from Ching, taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivar's the spike, got the deflection. Vivars with his 7th kill, but Brookline is running out of time to find some momentum here in the second set. They trail by 6. Needham 8 points away from taking the second set as Raybold goes on serve. Serve taken by Vu, set Delamargio, spike Lawrence, and he missed it wide. This serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio, spike McDonald. No deflection, he missed it long. Back-to-back misses by the Needham hitters. Brookline within 4. Once again, Liam Raybold on serve, getting a string of points for the Warriors. Taken by Vu, set Delamargio, spike Lawrence, and Lawrence puts an end to that momentum really quick as he becomes the first player from either side to reach double-digit kills on the day. He's got 10. This serve from Viazzoli, taken by Vivar, set up and missed at the net by Alpha Khoury. Needham 1 point away from the 20-point threshold as Brookline calls timeout. Well, the first set, we saw Brookline really keep up well with Needham for the first half of it, even tied it up at 15 apiece. But in this one, we saw Needham get out to a strong start, and they've really just maintained their lead and stifled any kind of comeback attempt that Brookline has made. The second set has really been more akin to what we saw between the Celtics and Mavericks last night, where in that game the Celtics jumped out to a big lead. The Mavericks almost came back in the third quarter, but the Celtics refound their form and went back ahead. It's been kind of the same with Needham, but there is still some time in the second set, but Brookline is going to need a massive comeback to come back trailing by 6, with Needham needing just 6 to finish the set. Viazzoli the serve, taken by Vivar, set by Smagula. Vivar's the spike blocked, recovered by Tomer, set by Smagula, mistimed, and it was sent back down by Kurdziel. Third kill of the day for Andrew Kurdziel as Needham does reach that 20-point threshold, 20-13. Checking in for the first time for Brookline, number 4, Connor Christopher, trying to pump up his teammates and pump up the Brookline section of the crowd. This serve taken by Vaivars, set by Smigula. Vaivars pushes it down, dug out by a diving Vu, followed up by Viazzoli, bumped over by Lawrence, taken by Christopher, set by Smigula. Vaivars, the power spike, dug out by Vu, set by Viazzoli. Spike Lawrence blocked, recovered by Kurdziel, followed up by Ching, pushed over by Lawrence, taken by Christopher, set Smigula, pushed over by Alpha Curry, dug out by Ching, sent over on one, taken by Traub, set by Smigula. Alpha Curry, the spike! Kais Alpha Curry. He'd been having such trouble with the timing on those quick spikes, but he nails the timing perfectly on that last hit for his second kill of the day. Smigula's serve taken by Vu, set by Delamargio. Spike Lawrence. The power of Luke Lawrence. So hard to contain as he's got 11 kills. Lawrence now going on serve. Serve taken by Traubs. Bumped up by Smigula, bumped over by Vaivars, taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Clunin, the spike blocked, dug out by Clunin, followed up by Ching. Spike by Clunin, hits the back line. Had just enough top spin on that one to collect his 6th kill of the day. And a timeout has been called by Brookline. And the Needham offense, led by the force of Luke Lawrence and Brian Clunin, combined with a strong defense that's largely contained Brookline's best hitters, has been the key for Needham. Luke Lawrence with 11 kills, he leads all hitters. Brian Clunin with 6 kills. Will McDonald and Andrew Kurdziel with 3 kills each, as they lead the way for the Needham offense. For Brookline, Kristaps Vaivars with 7 kills. But then Amir Tomer and Kais Alpha Curry with 2 kills each. And Liam Raybold with just 1. As the Needham defense has done such a good job containing Brookline's hitters. 22-14 out of the timeout. Lawrence back on serve. Taken by Traub, set by Smigula. Spike Vaivars. Out of the timeout, Vaivars gets kill number 8. Brookline still bringing the fight, still bringing the energy, but still behind by a considerable margin. This serve is taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio. Clunin the spike, dug out by Vaivars, but sent way out. That'll be another kill for Clunin. 7 now for Brian Clunin, as Needham is 2 points away from going up 2-0. Reyes, the serve, taken by Traub, followed up by Tomer, punched over by Christopher, blocked. Christopher recovers, diving for it was Smigula, pushed over by Tomer, taken by Reyes, set Delamargio, Spike Smith. Jeremy Smith, with his first kill of the day, puts Needham at set point. Reyes the serve, taken by Traub, set by Smigula. Tomer the spike. Amir Tomer not giving up on this second set just yet, as he records his 3rd kill of the day. 24-16. Number 17, Christoph Huang, comes in to serve for Brookline. Serve taken by Viazzoli, set Delamargio. Clunin the spike, deflected, taken by Tomer. Set by Smagula. Spike Raybold, dug out by Lawrence. Followed up by Delamargio. Tap over by Clunin. Diving dig by Smagula. Followed up by Tomer. Long spike Smagula. Taken by Viazzoli over on one. Touch back by Tomer. Dug out by Viazzoli. Set by Delamargio. Spike Clunin blocked. Blocked wide, and Clunin finishes it. Brian Clunin's 8th kill of the day finishes that second set, and Needham takes it by the same score with which they took the first set, 25-16. Might have been the same score, but a very different pacing and momentum to that one, as Needham really took control from the start of that set and just stayed ahead the rest of the way. Well, here in the break between the second and third sets, I remind you once again, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Coolidge Corner Clubhouse. Enjoy superior food and a superior sports viewing experience with 26 TVs at Brookline's Superior Sports Pub, located at 307 Harvard Street. Check out their menu online at CoolidgeCornerClubhouse.com, and you can find the link to that in the description section down below. Also down in the description section, you'll find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. The Brookline Community Foundation, for over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. To date, thanks to the generosity of over 140 donors over the past 9 years, BCF has raised over $1.4 million in scholarship funding, and last year awarded over $180,000 in scholarships to the BHS class of 2023. Your help is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. And once again, you can check that out in the description section down below. Well, here we go. The two teams setting up for the third and what could be the final set of this match. But the Brookline fans that remember last year's playoffs well know that Brookline does not back down when down 2-0 in the playoffs. We'll see what they do here. Amir Tomer, the first to serve here in set number 3. And his serve into the net. Definitely not the serve Brookline was hoping to start this one off with. And I understand going for the power serve against a tough opponent like Needham, but you know, we talked about it before when talking about Reyes. Getting serves in can be the greatest weapon of all. And we see both teams struggling with that to start as Owen Ching misses his first serve. Now Raybold gets his serve in, taken by Vu, set Delamargio, spike Kurtziol, deflected, taken by Smagula, set by Christopher, spike Vivars is blocked wide. Kristaps Vivars gets the first kill of the third set. That's his 9th of the day. Raybold serve taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio. Lawrence the spike. Gets the deflection. Luke Lawrence with his 12th kill. As we're all squared it. No, they overturned it. I thought they signaled that Lawrence had gotten it, but they did say he missed it wide. 3-1, the Brookline lead. I got confused by the official signal there. My fault. This serve dug out barely by Ching, followed up barely by Kurtziel, bumped over by Vu. Taken by Christopher, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars gets the deflection. Vivars, the second player to reach double figures in kills today. That was his 10th. Serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence the spike blocked, recovered by Vu, set by Delamargio. Lawrence tries again, and he missed it wide. Brookline coming out the strongest they've looked all match to start this third set. And a timeout quickly called by Needham, as Coach Dave Powell doesn't like what he's seeing from his team to start this one and doesn't want Brookline to start building any momentum. Like I said, those who remember last year's playoff run know that Brookline knows how to fight when down 2-0. In last year's Final Four, Brookline fell behind 2-0 against Newton North and was staring down double match point at a 24-22 score. They rattled off 4 straight points to take that third set, followed it up with a win in the fourth set, and then that fifth set went down to the wire. Although Newton North ultimately won that one, it just shows that Brookline will fight when their backs are to the wall. Out of the timeout, Raybold still on serve for the Warriors. Taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Oh, he touched the net. That, I think is what that call was. I didn't quite see what the signal was, but I think that's what happened because the service receive was a little too close to the net. This serve goes back deep and too deep, and Ching watches it fly out. But once again, what a strong serving day from Liam Raybold, as Brookline's best point streaks have come with their sophomore middle blocker on serve. Now Nico Viazzoli on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Vivars down the line. Missed it long, wasn't touched. Looks like Viazzoli pulled his hands away at the last second to let that one fly past the back line. And now this serve into the net. Brookline still with an early lead here in the third set, but they've got to keep up the pressure if they want to hold that lead. Smagula's serve taken by Vu, set Delamargio, tap over by Kurtziel, taken by Smagula, set by Traub, roll shot by Vivars, taken by Viazzoli, bumped up by Delamargio, spike Lawrence, deflected, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Vivars roll shot off the blockers for the kill. That was almost more of a defensive hit by Vivars with the roll shot behind his head, but it went off the hands of the blocker, and Vivars gets his 11th kill of the match. 8-3, the Brookline lead. Smagula's serve taken by Vu, set by Delamargio. Lawrence the spike, gets through the blockers for another kill. That is Lawrence's 12th kill. Lawrence now going on serve, his team trailing by 4. Serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike, deflected, taken by Lawrence. Set by Delamargio. Spike Clunin. Got the deflection. 9th kill of the day for Brian Clunin. Lawrence's serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula, pushed over by Alfakuri. Kais Alfakuri went for the push that time. He seems to have kind of decided that if, he's a little off on his timing with the one-handed spikes, he'll just go for a two-handed push. And it worked for him that time, getting the 3rd kill of the match. Vivars' serve dug out, set by Delamargio. Spike Clunin through the blockers for the kill. Brian Clunin, the second Needham player to reach double-digit kills. That was his 10th. Now Reyes back on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Tap over by Tomer. Great instincts by Amir Tomer. The blockers would have sent a power spike right back in his face, and so he taps it over to collect his 4th kill of the match so far. Now this serve taken by Dylan Carroll, set up by Delamargio. Tap over is good for another kill by Clunin as they answer one tap kill with another. 11 kills now for Clunin. And you can hear the noise of this playoff atmosphere as Delamargio's serve is taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Tap over by Raybold, taken by Delamargio, set by Ching. Spike McDonald sails long, no deflection. Boy, it feels like every long serve you see from either team, you have to wait and see if they call for a deflection because it's just been so close. Connor Christopher on serve for the Warriors. Taken by Clunin, set Delamargio. McDonald to spike, straight down this time as he gets the kill. McDonald with his 4th kill as Lawrence checks back in for Needham, replacing Dylan Carroll. Clunin the serve, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Raybold the spike, could not be dug out by Ching as it bounces harshly off the ceiling. Brookline back up by 4 as Raybold collects his 2nd kill of the day. Ben Vu checks back in for Needham, replacing Clunin as Amir Tomer goes on serve for the Warriors. Taken by Ching, set Delamargio, Spike Lawrence deflected by the blockers and just flew way out of there. No chance to recover what would be Lawrence's 13th kill of the day as he still leads all hitters. Ching serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula, quick spike Raybold, blocked, but no, it didn't go over. It wasn't blocked. If it had been blocked, it would have been ruled a wide block and it would have been another kill for Raybold, but they say it didn't cross over the halfway point of the net. Serve taken by Tomer and blocked at the net, but recovered by Vivars, set by Smagula. Vivars spike blocked again. That one is blocked by number 3, Sam Peljevic. And that brings Needham within 1. Brookline got out to the hot start. But now Needham on the verge of tying as the serve is taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Push to the back line. Great vision by Kristaps Vivars. Opted not to go for power, but instead for placement as he saw the back near side corner uncovered and collected his 12th kill of the day. Liam Raybold on serve. Brookline's been so good with him on serve today. As this one taken by Lawrence, over on 1, spiked back by Smagula, but taken by Ching, chased down by Delamargio. Spike Lawrence deflected, taken by Tomer, followed up barely by Smagula, pushed over by Alpha Curry. Now set up by Peljevic for Lawrence. He taps it, and he tricks the blockers with the tap. That's a big kill from Luke Lawrence, his 14th, and it ends the service of Liam Raybold and puts Needham back within 1. Viazzoli's serve is watched as it flies out. Good watch by Christopher along the back line. Now Smagula's serve sent over on 1 by Viazzoli, pushed back by Vivars, taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Peljevic dug out by Smagula, followed up by Vivars. Traub could not get it over with the desperate third hit. (14-13). Lawrence the serve, taken by Tomer, chased down barely by Smagula. Spike Vivars, barely dug out, but could not be followed up. Again, the abilities of Kristaps Vivars to adapt and adjust as he collects his 13th kill. Alex Smagula had to go for a bump pass on the run. Probably not to the exact spot he wanted, but Vivars able to turn that into a nice cross-court angle that threw off the blockers. Brookline back up by 2 as Vivars goes on serve. This serve dug out by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio, spike deflected and taken by Traub, set by Smagula, spike Christopher deflected, taken by Delamargio, set by Ching, Clunin the spike, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, push over Alpha Curry, taken by Ching, set Delamargio, spike Clunin, and Clunin ends it. Another thrilling rally as these two teams have been putting on a show with those today. And Clunin records his 12th kill. 15-14. Brookline still ahead by 1 as Sam Peljevic Goes on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Traub, set by Smigula, spike Alpha Corey, deflected, taken by Delamargio, set up by Viazzoli, tap by Clunin, kept alive by Smigula, kept alive by Christopher, bumped over by Alpha Corey, taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio, tap over by Smith, taken by Smigula, set by Traub, Christopher, spike, and Christopher gets the point. You can never count either of these teams out in any point, as Smigula and Christopher with the hustle to keep that point alive long enough to give them an opportunity for a clean sequence, and Connor Christopher gets his first kill of the day. Christoph Wong, the serve, taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio, spike Clunin. And what else can be said about the powerful and precise cross-court spikes of Brian Clunin? It really tells you just how hard it is to contain those spikes, that he's been going back to it all match long, and still Brookline has struggled to contain it. 13 kills now for Brian Clunin. Delamargio, the serve, taken by Traub, bumped up by Smigula, tap over by Tomer, taken by Delamargio, set by Ching, spike Clunin. It goes long, but they got the deflection. Brookline didn't think so, but it's not their call, it's the officials' call. As Clunin ties Lawrence for the team lead with 14 kills, and Needham ties Brookline here in the third set at 16 apiece. Serve Delamargio, taken by Vivar, set by Smigula. Tomer the spike blocked. Smith and McDonald combined for that one. I think I'll give each of them half a block on that one. Smith now with 1.5 blocks. McDonald now with half a block. Needham with the lead for the first time since 1-0. Christopher the spike blocked. And it's Smith again. Back-to-back huge blocks from the junior middle blocker, Jeremy Smith, and Brookline calls timeout. Well, each set has had its own unique swings of momentum. The first one, the two teams went back and forth for a while, but then Needham turned on the Jets at the end to finish. The second set, Needham took control early and just held that lead the rest of the way. This third set, Brookline took the early lead, and now Needham has come back and taken the lead as we start to get into the late stages of this set. Still anyone's set at a 2-point difference, but Brookline's back's against the wall with the season on the line. The Brookline fans still bringing the noise. Delamargio the serve into the net. Brookline catches a break there, and now 1 point away from tying as Connor Christopher goes on serve. And his serve goes into the net. Back-to-back service errors, as now Clunin goes on serve for the Rockets. His serve taken by Vivar, set by Smigula. Quick spike, Raybold, and it could not be dug out. Ching made a valiant effort to try and dig that one out, but a powerful spike from Liam Raybold for his third kill. Tomer on serve. 19-18 the score. Serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence, the spike blocked back, and no one recovers it. Brookline ties it up with a clutch block. I believe it was Liam Raybold. 19 all. Tomer's serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Tap over McDonald, blocked back, it's Raybold again. Third kill for Liam, a third block rather for Liam Raybold. Brookline reaches the 20-point threshold first, and Needham calls timeout. Those long arms of Liam Raybold as he hung in the air just long enough to get a piece of that attempted tap over. Boy, I know that scoreboard-wise, this is the closest set we've had, but what a show it had already been even before we got this thriller of a third set. The absolute packed gym here at Needham. The Needham fans always pack the house when the Rockets are in the playoffs, and then Brookline packing their half of the stands, bringing the noise, almost never sitting down when the action is on. This is playoff volleyball. How can you not love it? Out of the timeout, 20-19, the Brookline lead. Tomer on serve. Serve taken by Ching, set Delamargio. Lawrence the spike, could not be stopped that time. Luke Lawrence, his 15th kill. He has sole ownership of the team lead once again, and he's tied us up at 20 apiece. Ching serve into the net. Ching has been having a tough time with his serves today, and every point counts in a set like this. Now Liam Raybold on serve. Ooh, and his serve into the net. He had been so consistent on his serves, but that one, I think the toss just wasn't high enough, and he ended up hitting it with the bottom of his palm. All tied up at 21. Viazzoli on serve for the Rockets. They watch the serve, and it goes just long. Good watch by the Brookline defense, especially by Eli Trubb and Connor Christopher along that back line. 22-21, Brookline leads. Smagula's serve into the net. Nobody wants to serve this ball in. 4 consecutive service errors as we remain tied here in the third set. 22 apiece. Lawrence on serve for Needham. They watch this one. Just wide. 5 straight misses between these two teams. Somebody has to get a service point eventually. You can't win the match just off of your opponent's serves. You have to win by 2. Vivars on serve. Finally, a serve in, taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio. Clunan the spike, and Clunan ties us right back up at 23. Finally, a serve goes in, but the receiving team takes the point anyhow as Clunan records his 15th kill. 23 apiece as this third set comes down to the wire. Peljevic on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer pushes to the corner, but he missed it wide. Tough miss there, and a timeout is called by Brookline as they are staring down Needham match point. 24-23 the score. Luke Lawrence and Brian Clunan have combined for 30 total kills for the Needham Rockets as they have been leading the attack here. Needham usually known for a very deep and spread out attack, but today they've been forced to really rely on the offensive force of their senior co-captains. And now the crowd comes to its feet. Match point for Needham. If the Rockets get this point, they go back to the Final Four and their title defense continues on to the next round. If Brookline gets this next point, we go to a deuce situation where someone will have to win by 2. Peljevic serving for the match. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Christopher the spike blocked, recovered by Smagula. Bumped up by Traub. Spike Tomer blocked, recovered by Tomer. Set by Smagula. Now Vivar's the spike, deflected. And the deflection is called. We're tied at 24. Brookline not giving up yet as Vivars gets his 14th kill. At 24 all, we are in a win by 2 situation. Christoph Huang serving for Brookline. Serve taken by Viazzoli, set Delamargio, but the music started playing. We have to start the point over. They're gonna mulligan the point. And you can tell Brookline is frustrated with that one, and you can understand why. Huang got the serve in, and he got a pretty decent serve in. But now we get the mulligan. I mean, really, that if they'd played the point out, it wouldn't have been fair to anybody. Serve from Huang, taken by Viazzoli, set Delamargio, Clunan the spike, blocked! It was blocked by Raybold! Have a day, Liam Raybold, his team-leading 4th block. Brookline with set point, trying to keep this match going. 25-24, Huang's serve sails long. We are back to the deuce-like situation. .25 all, Delamargio serving for the Rockets. Serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Raybold spike, recovered by Smith, bumped up by Clunan, pushed over by Ching, taken by Christopher, set by Smagula. Spike Raybold through the blockers. Liam Raybold in the clutch once again. That one almost blocked, and with how fearsome the Needham blockers have been, Liam Raybold showed no hesitation. Brookline with set point again. The serve dug out by Ching. Set Delamargio. Spike Clunan. Was it deflected though? It wasn't. Brookline takes the set and they stay alive. We're seeing shades of last year's Final Four as Brookline once again down 2-0 facing match point, survives, wins the deuce situation, and forces a 4th set. Oops. The match score now 2-1. Needham still in the lead, but if Brookline takes this upcoming 4th set, we will go to a do-or-die 5th set That will be first to 15 win by 2. Once again, a reminder, this broadcast brought to you in part by Coolidge Corner Clubhouse. Enjoy superior food and a superior sports viewing experience with 26 TVs at Brookline's Superior Sports Pub, located at 307 Harvard Street. You can also check out their menu online at CoolidgeCornerClubhouse.com. A link you can also find in the description section down below. So be sure to check out Coolidge Corner Clubhouse. Great place, great food, and by supporting them, you're supporting me because you're letting local businesses know that it's good to sponsor these broadcasts. Fourth set coming up. Needham leads 2-1 as Brookline stays alive. Yeah. Here we go, start of the fourth set. And we're going to have a guest coming on for this one. Not much time to make sure the mic works, so here's hoping we don't have any snafus. But joining me for the second match in a row is going to be Brookline High alum from the class of 2023, Charlie Perdue. Charlie, thanks for joining me again. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Looks like the mic's not working. Oh, shoot. Keep talking, Charlie. Test it out.
Crazy battling.
Shoot. It's not working at all. Oh, gosh. Looks like we're going to have... Yeah. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, folks. We had a difficulty with our second mic. Ugh. Could have sworn it was working earlier today, but usually I have time between sets to set it up, but not this time. Start of the fourth set, though. Plenty to be excited about. Needham with the first serve. Luke Lawrence sends it over. It's taken by Vivar. Sent over on one, though. Taken by Viazzoli. Set by Delamargio. Tap over by Clunan. Recovered by Smagula. Set by Traub. Tomer the spike. I don't think that was even blocked. I think that one just went into the net. And Needham takes the first point. Lawrence the serve, taken by Vivar, set by Smagula, spike Tomer. Got the deflection that time. Either that or it dropped in. Either way, a kill for Amir Tomer. I think they called a deflection on that one. Both teams have been blocking so aggressively that most of the kills we've been seeing, especially on Brookline's side, have come off deflections. This serve taken by Lawrence, set by Delamargio, pushed over, and Kurdziel gets the kill. The initial hit was low, forced a low set, and forced a quick swing from Kurdziel, but that off-rhythm sequence actually threw off the Brookline defense and gave Kurdziel his fourth kill of the match. Reyes, the serve off the net court, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivar's the spike, could not be dug out by Lawrence. The two teams trading blows here in the fourth set. Vivar's with his team-leading 15th kill. of the match so far. We're tied at 2. Raybold's serve goes just long. Reyes and Raybold have really had the longest service point streaks for these two teams today, but both of them end up losing their first service points there. Delamargio now on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Traub. Set by Smagula. Vivars missed it. Brookline's hitters a little overexcited and perhaps a little overconscious of the Needham blockers, as we've seen a couple of spikes miss into the net. Delamargio serve off the net court, taken by Traub, set by Smagula, spike by Alpha-Curry, blocked, and Alpha-Curry sends another one over, received by Delamargio, set by Ching, spike Clunin, dug out by Tomer, sent over on one, taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio, spike Smith, deflected, and Traub couldn't dig it out. Jeremy Smith with his second kill. This serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars deflected, taken by Lawrence, set by Delamargio. Clunin the spike, and they could not find it on defense as Clunin gets another kill. Needham getting off to a strong start here in the fourth set, up 6-2. This serve is watched. Oh, but it drops on the back line. An ace for Devin Delamargio. His first. That watch along the back line had gotten Brookline a couple of points last set, but that time backfires. Delamargio's serve taken by Tomer, bumped up by Traub. Long roll shot, Vivars taken by Ching, set Delamargio, spike Clunin blocked, recovered by Delamargio, bumped up by Ching, McDonald taps it over, taken by Smagula, bumped up by Traub, punched over by Vivars, taken by Lawrence, set Delamargio, Smith the spike, and he gets the kill. Not sure if that bounced off the body of Christopher, if it just landed in, but either way, Smith with another big kill, his third of the day. And Needham off to a strong start with an 8-2 lead here in the fourth set. So you can tell Needham unloading their frustrations from that last set. Fun fact, that last set is the first set Brookline has won in Needham this decade. I started covering this team back in the 2021 season. There wasn't a 2020 season. And since I started covering this team, this is the first set that Brookline has taken off Needham in Needham. But Needham trying to put an end to all hopes of a comeback as they're off to a strong start here with an 8-2 lead. This serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, spike Vivars, blocked wide. 16th kill for Kristaps Vivars. This serve is an ace. So Brookline, a couple quick points out of the timeout, exactly what they wanted. Alex Smagula with his first ace of the day. This serve taken by Clunin, set by Delamargio. McDonald blocked, but blocked wide. McDonald with his 5th kill of the match so far. Needham back up by 5 as Clunan goes on serve. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars blocked by either Lawrence or Smith. I think it was Lawrence. A powerful block there as Brookline tried to go to Vivars on the right side. And you could see how much energy you can derive from a big block like that. Clunan serve, taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Christopher blocked wide. Connor Christopher with his 2nd kill today. But Brookline still trails by 5. Vivars the serve. It's taken sent over on 1. Taken by Alpha Corey, set by Smagula. Spike Tomer deflected and drops in anyway. Amir Tomer with his 6th kill. Vivars, another serve, taken by Ching. Set Delamargio, Spike Smith. The defense caught watching as Smith, who's been very strong in this 4th set, collects his 4th kill of the day. Owen Ching now on serve for the Rockets. They lead by 5. Taken by Tomer. Set Smagula. Spike Christopher deflected but taken by Vu. Followed up by Delamargio. Spike Lawrence blocked back by Kais Alfakuri. Second block of the day for Kais Alfakuri. And Alfakuri will follow up that block by going on serve. The serve taken by Ching. Set Delamargio. Spike Lawrence. He misses it, trying to deliver another one of those cross-court spikes that he and Clunan have been delivering all match long. But that time just curves wide. This serve taken by Vu. Set Delamargio. Spike McDonald. And McDonald puts Needham back up by 4. 6 kills now for Will McDonald. Viazzoli the serve, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, tap over Alfakuri, taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio, Spike Lawrence blocked, recovered by Ching, blocked back again, recovered, now Vu sets for Lawrence, Spike dug out by Traub, set by Smagula, Tomer taps it off the blockers for the kill. Smart play by Amir Tomer. The blockers would have had him dead to rights if he tried to go cross court, or if he tried to go for a power spike. Set was kind of off the mark anyway, so he just pushed it right off the side of their hands because of how close they were, and he gets his 7th kill. 12-9, and we have officially reached that part in the spring, in this match in the spring season where we have to wipe the sweat off the hardwood. This serve is long. Needham still up by 4. Brookline's been able to string a couple points together here and there. They're not letting Needham pull away as of yet, but they're also not finding the momentum as of yet to fully come back into this set. Lawrence the serve, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Raybold spike blocked. And that one is blocked wide. Boy, that one looks like it was very close to dropping in, but it rolls off the net just wide of the line as Raybold earns his 5th kill. Tomer serve off the net court, taken by Carroll, set by Delamargio, spike Clunin. He missed it wide. So Brookline gets a couple of lucky breaks there off some near misses from Needham, and now they are now within 2. Tomer serve taken by Carroll, set by Delamargio, spike Clunin. That one off the blocker's hands before it goes wide. That'll be another kill for Brian Clunin, his 17th. Subbing in to go on serve is Sean Reyes, with Needham leading by 3. Taken by Traub over on 1, but blocked by Smagula. Needham scrambling to recover, and they could not get it back. The initial service receive went over on 1, and then Smagula blocked the hit by Smith, which just threw Needham all kinds of off rhythm. Raybold's serve is taken off the fingertips of Ching, chased down by Delamargio, tap over by Clunin, sent back on 1, down on 1 by Clunin. I think Raybold was thrown off a little bit as that one went off the net cord. And so he ended up pushing it back on 1 when he didn't really have an angle to attack there. And that allowed Clunin to attack and collect his 18th kill. Serve taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike, dug out by Carroll, set by Delamargio. Clunin the spike, dug out by Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars could not be stopped that time. Started with the dig by Amir Tomer, and then Vivars would not be denied a second time. His 17th kill. Smagula the serve, taken by Ching, set Delamargio, tap by Clunin, could not be blocked. Both Christopher and Alpha Curry got their hands on it, but couldn't get it back over the net. And Clunin collects his 19th kill as Needham goes back up by 3. Again, Brookline showing they have the ability to get close, but they haven't quite completed the comeback yet. Serve taken by Traub, sets Smagula, spike Vivars, deflected, chased down by Clunin, set by Delamargio, spike Carroll, whiffed. Back within 2. 16-14. Vivars on serve for the Warriors. Serve is taken by Clunin, set by Delamargio. Tap over by McDonald. Will McDonald opts for less power, more precision, and gets his 7th kill of the day as Needham stays ahead by 3. Neither team going on any point streaks for a while, it feels like. It's really stayed at that same range of 3-2, 3-2. As Owen Ching goes on serve. And it's sent over on 1 by Traub, taken by Ching, set Delamargio, spike Kurtziel was almost dug out, but not quite, as it flew sideways off the hands of Vivars and Andrew Kurtziel with his 5th kill. So Needham gets back-to-back points. The first service point won by anyone in a good while, it feels like. Ching's serve is watched and drops in. Wrong decision there by the Brookline back line, and Ching with his third ace. Needham with 3 unanswered points. They are 1 away from reaching 20, and they lead Brookline by 5. But it's served into the net. Brookline catches a break there, but they've got to find some momentum on serve here as we enter the late stages of this set. Brookline again with their backs to the wall. Christoph Huang going on serve. Serve taken by Carroll. Set Delamargio. Spike Kurtziel deflected. Could not be kept alive. That one almost blocked, but Raybold unable to follow it up as Kurtziel gets his 6th kill. Needham reaches that 20-point threshold with a sizable lead, 20-15. McDonald serve taken by Traub, sets Smagula, spike Christopher. Was it deflected? Yes, it was. Connor Christopher with his 3rd kill of the day, but Brookline still trailing by 4. They need to find a streak of points if they want to get back in this. Christopher the serve, taken by Ching, set Delamargio, tap over by Kurtziel, taken by Tomer, spiked on 2 by Smagula, taken by Clunan, set Delamargio, Carroll the spike, down the line, he gets it. Dylan Carroll with his 1st kill, and a timeout is called by Brookline. We're coming down to the wire once again here in set number 4. Not as close as set number 3. And if Brookline wants their season to continue, they're going to need a miraculous string of points to come up. They stand 5 points away from tying Needham, while Needham is just 4 points away from the Final Four. Ryan Clunan leading the attack for Needham with 19 kills. Kristaps Vivars leading the way for Brookline with 17. Will Brookline make the points necessary to come back, or will Needham make the necessary points to finish it? Dylan Carroll on serve. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Christopher long spike was blocked by Kurtziel. Kurtziel his 1st block of the day, 22-16. Carroll's serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Tomer long spike through the blockers this time. Blockers just couldn't get that one back this time. Tomer now with 8 kills. Tomer now on serve. It's taken by Viazzoli, set by Delamargio. Spike Clunan deflected, chased down by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike. Could not get it over. Needham 2 points away from winning the match and advancing to the Final Four. Kurtziel on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula, tap over by Raybold, recovered by Viazzoli, set Delamargio, tap by Clunan, recovered by Christopher, set by Smagula. Tap missed by Vivars. Back-to-back miscues by Brookline, and now Needham with match point once again. And this time they'll have up to 7 chances to get this match point. Kurdziel serving. Taken by Traub, set by Smagula. Spike missed by Raybold. And that ends the match. I think that one might have actually been blocked. Let me check out the replay as Needham takes the match 3-1. No, that one was just missed. Not a block, but Brookline with 3 straight miscues when they could not afford another mistake. The title defense will continue for the Needham dynasty. The Needham High Rockets, the tournament's top seed, advance to the Final Four as they defeat the 8th-seeded Brookline Warriors 3-1. Final set scores 25-16, 25-16, 25-27, 25-17. I'll give my closing thoughts in just a sec. But first off, one last thank you to Coolidge Corner Clubhouse for sponsoring this broadcast. Be sure to enjoy superior food and a superior sports viewing experience at Brookline's Superior Sports Pub at 307 Harvard Street. And check them out online at CoolidgeCornerClubhouse.com. That link is in the description. And if you know of any other local businesses in Brookline that are interested in sponsoring some broadcasts in the future, just tell them to reach out to me. But now let's give my final unofficial stats for this one. We'll start with the winners, the Needham High Rockets. Brian Clunan leading the attack for Needham with 19 kills. Luke Lawrence, 15 kills, 1 block. Will McDonald, 7 kills and half a block. Andrew Kurdziel, 6 kills, 1 block. Jeremy Smith, 4 kills, 2.5 blocks. Owen Ching, 3 service aces. Dylan Carroll with 1 kill. Sean Reyes, Devin Delamargio, Nico Viazzoli with 1 ace each, and Sam Peljevich with 1 block. For Brookline, leading the way was Kristaps Vivars with 17 kills and 1 block. And for the entire postseason, I had him with 35 total kills, 10 service aces, and 2 blocks. Second on the team today was Amir Tomer with 8 kills. I had him with 18 total kills for the postseason, even though he only played in 2 matches after sitting out the round of 32 while he finished recovering from his injury. Liam Raybold had 5 kills and a team-leading 4 blocks today. He finishes the postseason with 20 kills, 2 service aces, and 6 blocks. Kais Alfakuri had 3 kills and 2 blocks today. Finishes the postseason with 12 kills and 3 blocks. Connor Christopher had 3 kills today. He finishes the postseason with 11 total kills. Alex Smagula had 1 service ace as he finishes the postseason with 5 kills, 5 service aces, 3 blocks, and a high number of assists that I just couldn't keep track of. That's it for the stats I had for today, but for the rest of the postseason stats, I had Rowan Miller with 4 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block for the postseason, and Zach Spencer with 1 kill and 1 block. But that is going to wrap it up for this game, and that is going to wrap it up for the season for the Brookline High Warriors. Big congrats to the 3-time defending state champion Needham High Rockets as they advance to the Final Fours and and best of luck to them as they shoot for championship number 4. But as this wraps up my season of covering Brookline High boys volleyball, I'd just like to take some time just to thank them once again for the opportunity, once again to cover their matches. Like I said earlier, this is my 4th year covering Brookline High boys volleyball, and what a thrill it always is every year. This team, a consistent contender. I mean, it can sometimes be hard to tell because they play in the best conference in Massachusetts for boys volleyball in the Bay State Conference, including having to face Needham twice a year because of just how amazingly good Needham is. And that's before we even get into Newton North and Natick, who have also grown into some top flight programs. But Brookline is certainly a team that's going to stick around in the competition for years to come with the culture they have established under head coach Dana Jones. And this is a young team that's going to be back. And they did reach a milestone today with their first set win against Needham in Needham in the 2020s decade. Or at the very least, the first since I started covering this team, which funnily enough does cover the entire 2020s decade so far. So Brookline has a lot to be proud of for the season. Another trip to the Elite Eight. They finished 3 seeds higher in the power rankings than they did last year. Yes, they weren't able to get back to the Final Four, but when you manage to face down Needham and not get swept, that's an accomplishment in and of itself, especially in the postseason. Hats off to Brookline for a great season, and happy trails to the Brookline graduated class of 2024 for boys volleyball. Seniors Rowan Miller, Zachary Boyer, Anuj Majumdar, Odin Hiltz, and senior co-captain Eli Traub. Traub may have been the only regular starter among that senior class, but with all the issues Brookline faced with injuries and illnesses throughout the season, this was a season that really tested their depth during the regular season, and a lot of those guys, a lot of those seniors really stepped up in those tight spots, so hats off to them. Hats off to Traub for stepping up in his senior year, going from a more of a depth piece as a defensive specialist to the team's starting libero. All the efforts he made along the back line throughout the season were absolutely fantastic. And I wish the senior class of 2024 nothing but the best as they move on to the next stage in their lives. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all once again for tuning in today. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I know the spring season is over for Brookline High, but summer, we got summer baseball just around the corner. So if you're a baseball fan, be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing can help. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. If there's anything you'd like to say after this live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to go down below to the description section where you can find some helpful links. A link to our local sponsor, the Coolidge Corner Clubhouse, a link and instructions for how you can donate to the Brookline High Boys Volleyball Booster Club, a link and phone number for our local charity Spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation, and some helpful links related to me, which you can also see typed out in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can see my email down below that, and you can just send me an email directly with any questions or requests you may have. And then below that, you'll see the link to my Instagram account. You can follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams and the links to upcoming live streams. But for Brookline High Boys Volleyball, there will be no more upcoming live streams for the 2024 season. Congratulations again to Needham for moving to the Final Four. The final score, Needham 3, Brookline 1. Set scores 25-16, 25-16, 25-27, 25-17. From Needham High School in Needham, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching all season long, and have a good night.